Hi everyone, I just want to say welcome to today's two heroes, and we have with us today Sandra and her cousin Karen. Hi girls, how are you?
Hi girls, hi.
And the girls have been kind enough to share their time with us today because I've been a little bit excited by Sandra's journey, which we're going to get into a bit more. And you girls probably remember and know Karen as one of our before and after photos from our 12-week lean body system. She was rocking the tummy and the hot bod and and she's also done amazing things with us continuing on the journey. So it's been great. So I want to have a little bit of a discussion with these girls for just 20 minutes. So helping other women understand the journeys involved with doing these challenges, I guess. So Sandra, I'm going to start with you just because nobody's really met you yet. Just if I asked you in a couple of minutes maximum to sum up who you are, just as far as not the journey or anything, but if somebody said who's Sandra, like share who you are, like what's your story?
I'm just a mum.
Yeah.
I've got 3 adult kids, 37, 34 and 21.
Cool.
Yeah. And I hurt my back when I was 29.
Yeah.
And had 7 surgeries and not much to tell about me really.
Yeah.
And I've sort of lost who I am like everyone else has. Yeah. I've lost a lot of confidence. I was hiding in the house for a few years. Someone come to the door, I'd hide, wouldn't answer the door, couldn't answer my phone some days. I just lost confidence, I think.
Lost confidence.
Yeah.
And why do you think that was? Was that from your injuries?
Yeah. Before I hurt myself, I was a bar and cellar person, and I loved my job, and I was very active. I used to every week water ski, softball, indoor cricket, fishing 4 nights a week, running 8Ks a day, and it just stopped. And I just
overnight sort of thing.
And I just always thought I'd get better, and I didn't. So it's really changed my life.
And I sort of understand that because remember, well, I don't know if you do remember, but I used to work with acquired brain injuries, and some of those stories really were incredibly difficult to hear, but incredibly transformational to watch their journey of where they come from to where they go. So it makes I think, Sandra, your journey even more special because not only are you having to think about your health and fitness, but you're having to do it in a way that's maybe different from the average Yogi Bear, really. So and so Sandra, Karen is your cousin. And so Karen, can I just ask you, so initially you did our 12-week lean body system, and I think it was the next program, Ageless, maybe, that you said, I'd love my cousin to come in and do this with us. And you have been an incredible support to Sandra. And we've watched that journey to Karen not only supporting Sandra, but everybody on our team. Can I ask you, Karen, how has that felt supporting your cousin through this journey?
I've really enjoyed it. Like I reconnected with Sandra, and I'm here. She must get sick of me. I'm here like every second day, sometimes every day. I come up, we cook together, exchange recipes, stuff like that. But it's, I don't know what it's given me it sounds silly, a purpose, I think, and I enjoy it. Like I've always been a giving person, not so much to myself, but I've learned to do that now. But I've always loved to give, so I get a real lot out of it by helping Sandra with any anything else. And she's a good mate. She helps me too. So we chat and talk, and we exchange our thoughts and how we're feeling, and we're really open with each other. So yeah, that makes me feel really good inside too, as much as it probably does to Sandra, in the same way but different.
And I wanted to share that because sometimes, like, we can think, oh my God, this person's helping me so much, I feel guilty. But in actual fact, you get just as much out of it
Definitely.
as the person that you're helping for different
100%.
reasons.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like we've talked about, Sandra's got a boat. So although Sandra's different to everyone else, she still enjoys stuff I would do, water skiing and boating, fishing and stuff like that, camping. So we have a lot in common as well.
We're so much alike.
Yeah, so we are alike. But yeah, I have 100% that I get a lot out of that. And I get a lot out of that from our girls on our 12-week body challenge page as well. Even though I don't know them, I've never met them face to face, and it's just through messages that I, make a comment, they give me one back. I'm feeling down one day, they give me a comment, bring me up. So yeah, it works both ways.
It certainly does. Yeah. So Sandra, just to share with everybody in regard to where you are at physically before starting our Ageless program, which was the first program you did. Can you just share with everyone, like you said, you'd had an accident and things were difficult for you, like us girls that know you know where you're at, but for those that haven't been able to share your journey, can you just share, like, I know that you have to use a special bike to exercise, a walking frame at certain times. Can you just share a little bit of the challenges and hurdles you've had in regard to that?
I use a walking frame around the house because I've never wanted to be lazy. And at times the doctors have said you need to sit in your wheelchair because I kept on doing my bone fusions. When I go out, though, I'm really stooped and in a fair bit of pain when I move my legs. So I'll use the wheelchair we went shopping the other day, and I use the wheelchair when I'm out, walking frame in the house, and exercise is on my Baytech cycle. And I just hook my wheelchair up to that and go. Yeah.
And she can't I hope you don't mind me saying, she can't do steps either, like as in us walk. But
I got foot drops, and one leg goes that way and the other one sort of points out a bit. So I'm very clumsy, but I have fun doing it.
Don't we all, girlfriend? I'm a little bit clumsy myself at times.
No, not like this. And I laugh. I really laugh. I think if only they had eyes, they'd be laughing.
Well, as you know, my son is staying with us and his girlfriend, and my son's 29, his girlfriend's 21, and they were out by the pool yesterday when I did a 15-minute aerobic class on our deck, and they said, oh my God, we have not laughed so hard watching you do those exercise movements. And I thought to myself, yeah, we must all look so silly to the average 20-something-year-old, but to us, we're like the music and we're dancing and
I love it.
I love it too.
Yeah, my 21-year-old came in one day and I didn't see him standing up the end of the room, and he goes, Mum, hands out further. It was still running. And I thought, my feet are hardly moving. He's picking at my hands. But he's real supportive.
Well, that's what I reckon. Underneath, I've noticed a couple of our girls that have gone through challenges, their children have said they're so proud of their mum. Which is just so beautiful, because some of the girls,
he encourages it. He pushes me. He says, don't get lazy. Takes me for a cycle.
On the jet ski.
Wow, that's amazing. So Sandra, when you started this journey, you obviously had many hurdles, not being able to walk well.
I'm stooped, very
stooped, and you do have a special bike for your exercises. You haven't been able to do out, like Karen said, the normal step and everything else, but you have obviously still chosen to take what I call that first step to making
Yeah.
change in your health and fitness. Can
Mm.
I ask you why you chose that step? Now, I know Karen suggested and told you she'd support you, but what was it in you that allowed you to take that step forward?
I just hated myself. And when she walked in the door and I seen how good she looked, it was, yeah, Karen, inspiration. And she told me all about your program. And then once I started the exercise, I haven't done it. I used to be an exercise girl 29 years ago, and I just loved it. And all my kids are right into exercise. They're real athletes, but I'd forgotten. Like they'll come in and go to the gym every day because it's more mentally than, yeah. I love it. I get off after I've done exercise and I feel like I've climbed Mount Kosciuszko, and I just feel like I've won a race or something. It's ridiculous. I can't believe how good I feel exercising. And some days I even do it Saturday. You know, I'm yeah. And
You're an overachiever girlfriend. Yeah.
And sleep. I'm sleeping better.
And she's also, when she first decided to do this, when I first reconnected with Sandra, she was on lots and lots of medication, like tons of it. And she just went cold turkey. The week I reconnected with her, she just decided, I'm giving up all my drugs. I'm sick of the fuzziness. I was like, oh my goodness. And so she sort of did that. And then straight into started the program. And I think
gave me something to think about. And I was taking pain medication and it wasn't helping me anyway. I was still up all night with pain and that, but now I'm finding I can wear myself out exercising. And sometimes I know people have got sore backs, but there's ways you can do it. Like you can make every excuse up in the sun, but there's things we can all do. I just love the exercise.
Oh, that's so fantastic. So Karen, I just listened to Sandra say, which when the reason she said yes to taking that first step was she said, I hated myself. And can you share with us, as her cousin, how you've seen her change through this journey? Like, what have you noticed?
Everything imaginable. Like, I get like teary even, talking about it, because she's such a huge inspiration. Like, she doesn't know that she is. But I'm telling her every day that she is, that she's a huge inspiration. She has a disability that that she does not struggle with. She gets out on jet skis, she takes a boat down on a trailer, and she's bent over, and I've never heard her complain or anything like that. So her overall everything changed. So as the months have gone and weeks have gone on, I've noticed how much stronger she is, especially mentally, like giving to herself more. So I'm forever saying to her, it's okay to give to yourself. We went shopping the other week. She said, oh, that's nice. And I'm like, well, buy it.
And she was throwing
it and trying things in the trolley. We had the trolley chock-a-block. She said, what if I lose more weight later? I said, doesn't matter. Give them away to someone else. We'll go shopping again. So that's things she doesn't usually do, doesn't give it to herself, and always apologizing for herself when she doesn't have to. But yeah, the changes in Sandra to me are huge as time's going on. We're just talking about it before we came on.
And food.
And the food, her preparation. So as you know, she's had major surgery to her mouth and her jaw for her teeth. So she's only been able to eat soft foods, but she prepares everything, has everything in the fridge, all the soups she's eating. Normally she would not even eat breakfast, would just drink a ton of...
Yeah, when I your program, I was having 20 cups of tea a day with 2 sugars. And I could go all day on cups of tea, and I get to the afternoon and think, I haven't eaten today, so I can have a packet of Freckles.
Wow.
And I could eat that, and I hate food, didn't interest me at all, but lollies, like a bag of lollies or something, and that would be my excuse. I haven't eaten today, but then you put on 20 cups of tea with 2 sugars in every cup. And it's not just that, it's the education you give. I think it gives you, like I was saying to Karen, I was real hard on myself until I started watching your education, where you were explaining your hormones, how they affect your inflammation, stress. I'm the biggest stress head you've ever met. And it made me, if I didn't lose a lot of weight, I would have had a really bad week with stress or something. And I sort of can
She doesn't do that
understand.
anymore.
I'm not as hard on myself anymore. And now it's not all about the weight. I'd love to lose a bit more weight, and I will if I keep going. But now it's a real lifestyle, and it's something to look forward to. It's saved my life. It honestly has saved my life. I was so down and out.
So mentally now, like in the beginning when I'd pull up, she'd be just a normal face. So when I pull up, or anyone else pulls up at the front of her house, she's hello and she's happy, and
and I've got a few more friends. I'm letting people in a bit. Friends, and and I know it's no one wants to talk about it, but even my bowel problems, because very lazy all my life, completely changed. And where you might have, I can't believe. And the options with food, like with my mouth, this morning I got up and I had the blueberry smoothie, and I said, Karen, I hate spinach. Handful of spinach went in. I don't even taste it. I don't taste it. No. So it's just taught me to eat different things. Broccoli, I hate broccoli and I hate peas, but broccoli soup through the blender, love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's nice, isn't it?
It's not just the exercise, it's the whole program, the education. It helps you to understand. And there's so many women out there who are going through menopause and that, and we do put on weight and we don't understand it. But the way you have explained it too, about how some people stay the same weight but their body changes, just makes sense. It just clicks. It's a real. I got a bit depressed in week 11 and 12 because the last program was finishing. I was really peaking on. I thought, pick yourself up, girl. And when Karen started the exercise, said, "Come on, we'll do the exercises," I was over the moon.
That's so good. And so you're going to join us for the next journey, which is exciting, because what you don't realise, Sandra, and the girls that have just done the 12-week will tell you this, is even though Karen has been here to support you, you have actually been an inspiration to us and to so many of that women in that group, because they're a little bit like, they've seen your before photo with you on your walking frame, hunched over. They know of your difficulties. You've had all those operations, and yet you're still turning up, supporting these other women. And I really think that group mentality of let's support each other, not only does it help you because you're giving to others, but you're getting back what you're giving, and it's just amazing to me what an inspiration you've been to all the women. So I feel like you are an incredible hero in our stories, because it just blows my mind. The average woman would have given up ages ago, and you just keep tackling the situations. I wouldn't say with ease, but I would say you've tackled them and thought about them and problem solved them and continued. You haven't never given up, and you've continued through. So,
the other thing is when it's like you keep saying, you have to go on, and I still find that really hard. I'll sit back and watch what people are writing. I think, oh, wow, and I'm real happy for them. But sometimes I still haven't got the confidence to, I'm getting
So you're
there.
getting there.
Yeah, I'm
You
getting
are.
there. Yeah, but it's not I don't want to. I just haven't got the confidence to go on and write. But
But you're
I'm
better than you
getting
were.
there now where I think, oh, we're all the same. We're all got the
We
same
are all the same,
problems.
girlfriend.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So I'm getting
And I think
there,
it's
so-
exciting that you even spoke about your bowel problems, because there's so
Oh,
many women
sorry.
out there with irritable bowel syndrome, with
Yeah.
autoimmune problems, and
Yeah.
number 2 problems, and number 1
Mm.
problems like our pelvic floor. And I think it's important that in our age group we do start opening up the conversation, because while we all keep it behind closed doors,
Yeah.
we're not
Because
helping
it's
each other.
embarrassing.
What we're
No.
doing is we're alone. So for a start,
Mm.
that doesn't feel good, and
Mm.
it's not supporting each other. Because I know myself, just a couple of the girls have written their menopause story in the comments under
Yeah.
my video, and I'm like, oh my God, it just makes me feel like I'm not in this alone, like we're
Yeah.
together, and we're
Yeah.
not judging each other, but we're supporting each other.
Mm.
So
I mean, people don't want to talk about that, but I'm someone who's lucky to go once a week.
it's
And
good.
it's-
It's really
yeah.
good you talk about it, because
Yeah,
other
but-
women can
because
go,
it'll
okay, me
revolt
too,
some
me too,
people.
yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but just eating different foods, and
yeah.
and instead of getting up every morning eating the same thing, I think Nat had that yesterday morning. I'll have something.
Makes you
Brilliant
aware.
program. I thought, yeah, brilliant. I just think if there's anyone out there, give it a go.
Mm.
Yeah, I love it. I've done every diet in the book. I've paid thousands on
Me too.
yeah. I'm embarrassed to say it. Embarrassed to say it. Some of the stupid things I've done, but this one, loving it. Just
And I
loving it.
feel
And it's not
like-
a diet.
No, it's not. And I feel like it's exciting that you probably went into this program to lose weight,
Yeah.
but you've come out of this program going, OMG, I've gained
That's cool.
X, Y, and Z.
Oh,
And it's
it-
got nothing to do with weight
emotionally.
loss. Because
Yeah.
we
Emotionally.
actually, into this conversation, I don't know how many minutes, and we haven't even mentioned how much weight you've lost yet. So, I mean, it's just,
Mm.
I think it's just, isn't it Oprah that said something like, we don't know what we don't know. So when we know, we can do better, and so it's that education, like you said, to allow all of us to make better choices and decisions moving forward, so that we hopefully do change the way we age, and be able to go jet skiing. And I know this just sounds silly, girls, but playing tennis with Fletcher while he's been here, I'm like, this is why I do what I do, so I can play tennis with Fletcher. And for you, Sandra, it's getting on the back of that jet ski with your kid, and Karen probably doing your paddle boarding and going camping,
all
and
that stuff.
and it's like, this is what it is to get older. It's not about, hey girls, do I look good in a bikini? Who gives a shit? We just want to be healthy, we want to be happy, we want to have energy, and we want to be of a body weight that allows us to have our joints feel good, and to be able to enjoy our family and our children. And
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
very cool. So we better share with the girls what was your weight loss journey through this, Sandra? I don't even know, girls, what she's about to say. We just wanted this conversation to be a surprise.
About 3 kilo, but I have got Graves' disease, and I've got
Graves.
and I've had my prop thyroid like everyone else, but now I've started, I'm not stressing about the weight anymore. I was,
Perfect.
but now I still want to get down, and I think I will if I continue and I can get rid of the stress in my life. I really think I could do better.
Yeah.
But I've got more energy, I'm happier, and mentally much stronger.
Yep.
So much stronger. All my kids have noticed the difference in me. Yeah.
And so that's just got to be, to me, that's just so much more important than what the scale says.
Yeah. Because they want me around more.
Yeah, that's so exciting. That's awesome. Yeah. So Karen, is there anything you wanted to share before we finish this up?
Just that if there is any women out there that are thinking about joining your program, like Sandra said, is life changing.
Mm.
I didn't think that it would change my life as much that it has. And it sounds silly, but it's changed me in every way possible, mentally, physically, not just physically, but mentally. Like I'm more calm. I handle stress a lot better. I'm more giving to myself, and I'm 100 times happier.
And you're keeping it off.
Yeah, and I've maintained now for a year.
Yeah.
Since I started with you a year ago, I've maintained my weight for 12 months.
And Karen, can we just share how old you are?
I'm 60.
Like, look at that, girl. So I just love that as well, because, you know, we often say, well, my mother will say, oh, you know, you get to an age, it's just, you're too old to lose weight. And I'm just like, you know, never too old. Like, it's just
No,
whenever
not
you
true.
start this journey is just the perfect time, because there's always the education to help you get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
And I think you're both just such great examples. So congratulations,
Thank you.
girls.
Thank
You're
you.
amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank
really
you.
good. So girls, what I'll do is I'll finish up here, and I'm going to press stop record, but I want you girls to stay on because, yeah, so is that okay? All right.
Yeah,
Well, thanks
sure.
everyone. If you do have any questions for the girls, just write them in the comments when you see this video, and I'll make sure they get back to you. All right. So I'll just press stop from here. Pause.